The message for today, guys, is just get started. I know we started off the year saying, oh, this is our year. Most of us have, and this is what we're going to do and what we have accomplished, right? And as I'm talking to you, I'm really talking to myself right now on what me and my team usually do. But usually during the first of the month, we usually take an audit of ourselves, and we usually take an audit of everything we did for the past month. So this way we can shift everything or even look at the past couple of months. So to say, hey, did I keep the promises that I said I was going to do to myself? Because oftentimes we let ourselves down because we didn't keep promises to ourselves. And something in the video that was very powerful was that he said that we are superheroes to everyone else, but then we let ourselves down, right? So what are we being heroes to others that we're not doing for ourselves? You know, we always give other people great advice, but we don't take our own advice. We always tell people how to manage different situations, but when it comes to us, we get too emotionally attached to the situations, and sometimes we need to detach from that situation emotionally, and this is why we can't get in ourselves. Or on the other end of that spectrum, we're too hard on ourselves. We are too hard on ourselves, and we tend to forget to say, hey, I woke up this morning, I'm grateful, I'm gonna just start over today and take it one day at a time. That bad moment doesn't make it a bad day, a bad week, or a bad year. So really just, again, start now from where you're at. Sometimes starting where you're at can be a little lonely. But again, like the video said, is that, don't worry about the resources, become resourceful. You become resourceful. And along that journey and along the way, you will start picking up people in that journey. But that journey is a reflection of yourself and the things that you do and the things that you have accomplished or going to accomplish. So make sure as you're growing, know that the people that you are looking for in this journey, you have to become that person as well. So if you want loyal people, you have to become loyal. If you want strong people, you have to become strong. You have to know what you want in order for others to know what you want and want to accomplish. Let this person in, right? So just again, like I said, I'm talking to myself this morning, 1st of May. We're in the second quarter, and I really want y'all to take an audit. So this is something that we do with our team, and I figured I speak it out loud to y'all as I'm talking to myself. So when we're taking our audits with ourselves personally, right, the first thing we look at is money. Like, how is our money? Are we tracking? Are we budgeting our money? Are we spending it frivolously? Are we getting too emotional and just buying up and eating everything? Like, how is our money? That's the first thing to audit in our lives, because of course we need money to, pay bills, rent, kids, and everything like that. But then we also need it to invest in ourselves as well. And is that some of that money just going to bills, or are we investing ourselves as well? The second thing is our fitness, right? Are we paying attention and auditing our fitness? Are we moving? Like, I don't know what everybody's physical fitness or health is like, but are you walking around the house? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating your colors, as they usually say? Right? Eating your greens, eating your reds, eating your whites, eating your yellows. Like, take an audit of that. Think about the last week. Like, how many out of the 3 meals, if you eat 3 meals a day, how many of them a day were good? How many of them are bad? And where can I do better? So that's one of the places of audits. The second audits is, how is your relationships currently? Right? With your family, with your friends, within your significant other, whether you're married, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife? Like, how is that? And also with your business relationships, are you keeping in touch with certain people? Are you saying hi? Are you forgiving people in different relationships? And how you're doing that as well? Taking that audit of the relationships and everything. The third thing is your personal development and growth, right? Are we taking an audit of that? Y'all here this morning. So that's your first 30 minutes in the morning of personal growth. But outside of these Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, are you doing it yourself? Are you taking 30 minutes around the same time, early or later, to self-develop in either something positive or either something you need to know personally? Like, what is that thing that you need to learn personally that you can YouTube, audiobook, or anything like that to listen to? So this way you got that self-growth. So this way you're one step ahead, right? And in that subject, don't listen to just one person, listen to multiple people and come up with a conclusion yourself. Or write down what you like from everybody. Write down what you like from everybody and create your own space and sphere of everything that you learned. The next thing is, and we always talk about this, Chris always talks about this, but instead of saying time management, we like to say self-management within time, right? How are you managing yourself within time? And what I like to always say is that time is one thing that forever stays constant, right? An hour will always be an hour, a minute will always be a minute, 24 hours will always be 24 hours. The rich and the famous, the millionaires and billionaires had the same time we do. But the difference is how they're managing themselves within time. Are we watching too much TV? Are we on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat, if anybody's on that anymore? Like, how is our time is spent? And one thing that I do too in our coaching space is that if there's 168 hours in a week, so at the end of every week, you break down how have you spent your time. Oh, I spent 40 hours of sleeping. I spent 40 hours of work. So then where's your other 40 hours going? Is it going to my health? Is it going to, personal development? Is it going towards my relationships? Like, what is the different things that it's going to? So this way it can help me grow. And then the last thing of the audit is, what are your goals? And are you looking and concentrating on your goals? And with your goals, make sure that you're very specific with your goals. Like, don't say, hey, I want to make 6 figures this year, because 100,000 is 6 figures and 900,000 is 6 figures, which is a big difference. So how specific are you with your goals? And do you have it written down? Is it where you see it every morning, not on your phone, right? Because there's a lot of things that are going on in your phone, but wherever you sleep, wherever you look in the mirror in the morning, is there a post-it there? Is it a piece of paper there? Like, what are you reading every morning that, hey, by July 1st, I will have abs and a healthy body? Like, what is it? Be specific. By December 31st, 2023, I'm going to make $1 million and 33 cents. Like, really get specific with your goals. So this way, you know it like the back in your hand. So if anybody asks, it comes to you like this. So make sure you really audit yourselves in these areas. Audit yourself in your money, audit yourself in your self-growth, your time management, your relationships with people, your goals, and your health, right? And there's so many things out there. I know it could be overwhelming on YouTube and search for it, but talk to somebody in that one area specifically that you know who's doing it very well. So if you got a friend who's very well in fitness, right? Don't talk to him about time management. talk to him about fitness and get what you need to do to get to those goals. Also, there's a whole bunch of apps nowadays and a whole bunch of free apps that you can use, that you can utilize. But the only thing about that is that you have to go to it. It's not gonna come to you. And that's one thing they talked about in the video as well, is that your goals, your passions, and your dreams are yours. They're not nobody else's. So I know sometimes it feels like the road can be a little lonely, but you have to be the driver. And as you drive, you pick different people up as well. And with that as well, I will mention, like, what are you prioritizing, right? Within all these things that I'm talking about within the audit, like, what are you prioritizing? Kind of stealing this a little bit from somebody else, but when we talk about, somebody I follow talk about pillars, the different pillars he talk about is family, faith, finance, freedom, fun, and fitness. So if you're looking as that as your pillars, right? And it may not be all of them. It may be 2 of them, it may be 3 of them, it may be all of them. Like, what are you prioritizing for those pillars, right? Prioritize those things. Again, family, faith, finance, freedom, fun, fitness. Like, prioritize what's your top 2 or 3. And now when you're doing your audit for the finance, personal development, time management, relationship, goals, and health, is those things aligned with your pillars? So if your pillars are faith, family, and business, when I'm spending time watching TV, is it going towards your pillars? If I'm spending time, eating unhealthy, is it going towards those pillars? Again, we beat ourselves up thinking that we cannot do this because we get so comfortable in the things that we already know. And it's gonna take you stepping out of your comfort zone in order for you to accomplish what it is that you need to accomplish. So I definitely need you to step out that comfort zone and saying, listen, and admit to yourself that, hey, I do not know about this, right? But now ask your question is, what do I need to know about this? What do I need to know about getting healthy? What do I need to know about getting my energy up? What do I need to know? Start asking yourself the questions, because Chris always tells us, right, every time, because he's a broken record, is that statement closes the mind, but questions open the mind. So today I challenge you to ask yourself some questions. Write it down. Don't keep it in your head. Write it down. So when you get off, when you get a break today, write down some questions to yourself on whatever is the thing you're trying to progress to. Oh, I'm trying to make an extra $5,000 next month. Write down, how do I make an extra $5,000 a month? How can I learn about photography? How can I get a promotion? Who do I need to be to get this promotion? Like, make sure you write that down and put it somewhere. If you're at work, put it on a post-it, put it on your little computer or cubicle, and make sure you have it. If you work from home, wherever you sit the most, write it right there, tape it on the table, the desk, and make sure you leave it right there. But make sure you ask yourself these questions so this way you can get to where you need to be and find those answers. And with that being said, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.